Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And here we go from Indy. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He cuts it right. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead right away. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Purdy setting up that play action. He's going deep this time. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
On the set. 18, right, 18. Let's go now.
Purdy throwing here on first. And his first pass falls incomplete. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He has the San Francisco touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s when we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. Yeah. That's well done.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Hey! 73! 70! Hey, silver. Go silver, ready?
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flat. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
On first down, Hurts finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he gets this forward to the 19. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On second down, here's Barkley. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Going to the ground again on first. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, thumbs up, alert.
They go to Barkley again. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
63.
On third down, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. On fourth down, Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers come up with a turnover and hold strong on fourth down. Well, they had one last gasp to try to make something happen here in the red zone, Brock. Just wasn't there. This defense too locked in, coming up with the interception.
Yeah, it's the work they do on those first 3 downs to get to this fourth down, like a pitcher does, to get to an 0-2 count. They know it's their advantage. And once that offense decides to go for it on fourth down, a good chance they're going to get that stop. You know, by the way, a few style points added to the stat sheet with the INT.
Purdy on first down. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And we'll see what they do here on second down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to the air on second, Purdy. He's loaded another one up. Caught at the 20-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
That's the 2-minute warning in what has been a defensive battle. The 49ers working here. McCaffrey. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. Now it's second and goal from the 1.
Let's go.
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The 49ers get some late points and the lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. From the 25 on second down. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Past midfield to the 45. Into the red zone. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down throw by Purdy. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he works his way for a gain of 4. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun is Purdy. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's on the move. Brought in by Ayuk. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. 49ers get some late points and the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
No touchdown.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Great. 73. No touch.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Again, he hits the 2nd level. Past the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles tie this game at 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. Keeps it moving. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take the lead just before halftime. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Return starts from the goal line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Here's another carry for Barkley. Open space inside the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Purdy. Escapes the pocket. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
Brings us 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
79 Broncos. Go.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. On the move, headed right. That finds Ayuk, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Purdy throwing here. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. George Kittle, the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Returnable from the 1. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They go with Barkley here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll throw on 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it.
Big game downfield. Touchdown, San Francisco. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there,
Yeah,
because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Working quickly here. On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st down, a run with Barkley. He breaks the tackle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Eagles football, and they'll look for points here, but might be too little too late and a lopsided. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Offense up to the line fast. Here's Barkley. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Got a man, Uzama has it. And this is down all the way to the 3. Working quickly here.
63.
They're going to run with Barkley. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment! Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. And the 49ers are able to cover the kick. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Eagles have some new life in the fourth. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did. That's a really good job by the defense right there. Doing something I hear all the time in coaches' meetings. I want to keep that quarterback in the box. I want to put a fence around.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers grow the lead now to 22 points.
Eagles, 27.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Miami.
Hurts back to the air after the pick. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the 49ers get the football back after returning this to the 15-yard line. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators,
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Eagles take possession of the football. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
and that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
On 1st down, Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance, and they will tell you as a quarterback.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. And the 49ers take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 25. Hits the end zone for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers have likely locked up the win right there. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Now the 49ers deciding to keep the offense on the field. They're going for two. Nothing doing on that two-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's out of bounds, approaching the 25, couple of yards short at the 23. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. And they pick him off again! Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. You're going to go with Barkley on the counter. Cuts right. And he's out in the clear. Hits the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Keeping it on the ground. And he is stopped. Wow, a bit surprising after he just burned this defense, but he doesn't make it across, and the 2-point try fails. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. He's throwing deep to the left side. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Chased out to his right. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. George Kittle, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. So after we saw fourth down last snap, now we've got first and goal. Back to throw, Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in the game that's already decided. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. Oh, he nearly reeled that in, as close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion. So the 49ers are